Greetings and good evening from Seymour High School, site of tonight's Big Bay Conference boys basketball showdown between the third-ranked Seymour Thunder and their rival, the West DePere Phantoms. What's going on, everybody? This is Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, and very excited to bring you another Varsity Game of the Week prep basketball live stream. This is going to be a good one in our first foray into the Bay Conference. First time seeing both of these squads, and hey, if you got nothing better to do, why don't you hunker down and hang out with us here on a very snowy Thursday night. Ricardo Arguello, my colleague, is going to be here in a second. He's just getting in. He's fashionably late. He likes to he likes to kind of let everybody see that he's here, but so he's hanging out with us there. He's got the headset on. Glad you could make it, Ricardo.
Yeah. All right, let's get going.
And hanging out on the other side of me is fellow stream teamer Jim Rosendick. Actually, we got a fourth member of our crew for the first time. Helping us out is Dan Wusso. He's got the center court shot because actually we are set up under the basket on the baseline. Looking forward to this point of view
and
here.
And actually, I prefer this, if I may, Brett. You don't?
No, I do. It's good. So it's nice to have
Dan up there. There he is.
Nice to have. There is Dan. He's on camera. He's waving, and he's helping us out with the wireless camera. So before we get started, Ricardo, obviously I want to thank Ryan Spalding, the athletic director here, the IT staff here, making sure we're good to go. And they always do a good job setting us up. It's always fun to come to Seymour High School. The Thunderdome, I think, is what the good folks in this community have called this facility. Well, really an underrated facility. And, boy, I don't know which side you walked into the high school, but they have an amazing aquatic center and a weight room.
Well, I did actually. I did see the weight room. I didn't see the aquatic center.
Maybe the lights were off at that point, but it's just fantastic. A jewel of the community of Seymour. So good to be here. A lot of history, particularly the Seymour side with all their state tournament runs. But, Ricardo, two really talented teams going at it. And the two front runners in the Bay, and Seymour with a big opportunity to grab a little cushion in the Bay as we kind of start to turn the corner on the boys' side.
Well, we've been thinking very highly of Seymour, Brett. They're undefeated, and I know I do. And it's been, I don't want to say it's been kind of a hard sell with the Associated Press voters, but it took them a little bit for them to kind of come around and see what Seymour is. Now, remember, Seymour has been traditionally a Division II power, but they have seen some, relatively speaking, some lean years, Brett, the past several years. So now maybe they're kind of getting back into the flow in terms of being statewide, in terms of exposure, in terms of, oh, yeah, I remember Seymour.
Sure. How can you forget, right?
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing, is that ultimately winning matters.
Yeah.
And if you're not winning, sometimes the respect has to come back a little bit. But in my opinion, they never left for us. It's nice to see Coach Murphy putting this program back where it should be, Brett. One of the top teams in Division II. One of the more interesting teams to watch in terms of the post-Crescent coverage area. We obviously share them with the Press Gazette as well. Well, West DePere is also Press Gazette as well, Brett. But this is an interesting game to watch for West DePere. Let's see what the Phantoms can bring, Brett. Traditionally, great athletes over there at that school as well, Brett. They fancy themselves to be one of the top Division II Kimberly, as it were, in terms of how successful they are throughout many of their sports.
Yeah, and kind of a transition, a brand new coach for West DePere. Todd Deshane, I hope I'm saying that right, has taken over the program. Andy Werner, the longtime coach, stepping down this past summer. We'll talk about that as we get into the stream here a little bit. But no surprise that Seymour's back. You got a Hall of Fame coach, for crying out loud, who this season won his 600th career game, and we'll talk about that with John Murphy. How about we do some notes?
Yeah, you want me to start off with Seymour, or do you have Seymour?
I'll do Seymour. How
okay,
about that? Yeah, Seymour, 12-0 overall, 6-0 in the Bay. The Thunder ranked third in Division II in this week's Associated Press and WizSports.net coaches polls. And they're coming off a very impressive 71-59 non-conference victory over Roncalli on Monday right here at Seymour. Roncalli, by the way, 10-2 now overall, but currently ranked fifth in the state in Division IV. Mason Dorn led the way with a game-high 27 points as Seymour rallied from a 3-point halftime deficit to remain undefeated on the season. Riley Murphy, John's son, added 17 points for the Thunders and hit 3 triples. Overall, Seymour finished with 9 threes. That included 3 from Brock Volkman. Dorn is tops on the team and the Bay Conference, Ricardo, and scoring at 27.4 points per game. That also ranks 8th in the state in all divisions. He's shooting 52% overall, and his 17 threes are third on the team. Murphy is next at 14.5 points. He's the team's top three-point shooter with 27 triples, and he's shooting 51% overall. Peyton Vandehei is third at 10.9 points. He's shooting 53%. Vandehei and Dorn lead the way in rebounding at 6.7 and 5.4 respectively. Dorn's 6.7 assists are tops in that category. Overall, Seymour averaging 79.3 points and allowing 54.3. It's shooting 50% as a team and 41% from three-point range. Defensively, opponents are shooting 43% and 31% from three. Up next for the Thunder, they're right here against Green Bay East on Tuesday in a Bay Conference matchup. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m. How about the Phantoms, Ricardo?
Yeah, they're ranked 8th in Division II in this week's WithSports.net coaches poll. They just missed the top 10 in the AP poll. Brett, I did vote them in the top 10.
I would think 12-1 should get you in the top 10.
Yeah, but it's been kind of a hard sell again with the Bay to the other voters around the state. They're coming off a hard-fought 68-65 overtime win over a very good New London team. Brett, that's another Bay team we haven't talked about is New London.
Yeah.
That was last Friday in a Bay Conference matchup in DePere. Marcus Van Breede, he had 26 points to pace West DePere. They're riding an 8-game win streak into tonight's matchup. Brady Darrow, he had 10 points for the Phantoms, and their only loss came against Xavier, 89-69 home setback on December 13th. Now Van Breede leads the way in scoring at 15.2 for West DePere. That's according to our friends at WithSports.net. Shooting nearly 60%, Brad, 57% on the season. Dawson Nordgaard is next at 11.1 at 11.1 points. Yes, is he the son of
he is, yes. Yeah, actually,
Phoenix
Jeff.
Player or standout, Jeff Nordgaard?
Yeah, I saw Jeff walk in earlier.
Yeah, overall, West DePere is averaging 65.8 points. They're allowing 54.3. Their next matchup is against Menasha on Tuesday in a Bay Conference matchup. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock.
Yeah, West DePere 12-1 overall, 5-1 in the Bay. You look at the Bay Conference run down kind of the the top four, really, the four teams that have separated themselves in the race. Seymour undefeated at 6-0, West DePere at 5-1, then New London and Xavier at 4-2. Hoping to get certainly a Xavier game in here. Maybe when Seymour or West DePere pays a visit to Torchy Clark Gym could be a good matchup. And you're right, don't forget about New London. That's a tough out. Kurt Schomer really doing good things with that program. He's got to be about 5 years into that now, so he's got the Bulldogs playing good basketball, hearing good things at their youth levels as well. A lot of interest in basketball again in New London.
That's always key, Brett. You need to have the youth program to feed into the varsity.
Hey, the last time, or I should say this is the first time this season that both teams are meeting, but last season Seymour swept West DePere, winning 65-41 and 74-65. The Thunder finished one game behind Xavier in the Bay Conference race. Seymour was 12-2 in the league, 17-6 overall, falling to Pulaski 70-58 in regional action. West DePere finished third in the Bay at 9-5. They were 14-10 overall last year, advanced to the regional final, where it lost to Green Bay Southwest 65-55. The problem in Division II lately is you have Kaukauna nearby. That's always a tough hurdle to get over. Kaukauna a little bit down unexpectedly this year, so maybe one of these two teams could leapfrog the Galloping Ghosts and make at least a strong run, a strong case for getting to the Kohl Center in Madison come March.
Don't forget those Polar Bears, though.
That's true. And Polar Bears, I believe, are ranked, 4th in Division II in the state?
Yes. So we have a lot of talent in the D2 field. And none of it, I won't say none of it, but the 4th or 5th best team might be Kaukauna. So that shows you the strength overall, Brett, in Division II.
Ricardo, don't be surprised that you see Kaukauna playing its best basketball at the end of the season. I'm never going to count out a Mike Shallow coach team and a team that has had so much success, particularly in recent years at the state level. But boy, there could be some really good live stream matchups come regional or sectional time in Division II. How about a Seymour Hortonville, a West DePere Hortonville, a Kaukauna Seymour, Kaukauna West DePere, Kaukauna Hortonville? Man, that's going to be some good basketball come postseason time.
Boy, and that's about 6 weeks away, Brett?
5 weeks away? The girls have already made the turn. They're going through the second go-round in league. Now you're starting to see in the boys, they've gotten through the first part of the conference schedule. Now they're going to start facing the teams again. It's going fast. I mean, it's almost the end of January already, thank heavens, with this little weather system that's not, I don't know how many times. I've shoveled twice already today. I've been told I might have to shovel a few more times before it's all said and done. But that's good. It's good to have good basketball and hit February, and there's going to be some great matchups to determine the conference races. Hey, look, it's our friend. Yeah, right there, Doug.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Get out of the way, Doug. That's Doug Rich, a WLUK buddy of ours. Always likes to give us the business, Brett.
He's a friend. Good to see him here. Hey, a big thank you to our sponsor, speaking of friends, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their craftsmen manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Be sure to stop in today for the 25th anniversary mattress sale. Apparently, we are on the stream. I'm glad I'm wearing my USA Today Network Wisconsin shirt.
It must be Hawaiian night or something.
I think it was beach night. I saw.
Beach night,
Yeah.
okay. We get ready for our national anthem, Brett. Again, getting ready for a nice showdown between these two Bay Conference teams. The Thunderdome, as you like to call it, Brett. Or is this what they do call it, the Thunderdome? Or did you give them that
I think
moniker?
I heard it one time covering a game. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I thought, call it the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to be John Murphy Court, though.
It should be, yeah.
I'm surprised it isn't already.
Nice rendition of our national anthem. Beautiful vocalist. Here at the Thunderdome in Seymour, Wisconsin, as he announced these starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the West DePere Phantoms and the Seymour Thunder. Good crowd on hand, Brett. And I like our digs. Again, I do like it on the baseline. As West DePere's starting lineup being announced. Michael Moran, a junior. Brady Darrow. Marcus Van Vreede. Rafe DeShane. And Dawson Nordgaard, the big guy. Brett, he kind of has Nordgaard's build from back in the day.
And number, college
Yes.
number.
As they turn off the lights here. It's always got to do extra special here in Seymour. Doing their thing. Brett, are you right? Can you see?
I'm sorry, what? I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
I can see. It's pretty cool.
Again, Mason Dorn, junior point guard, has been Mr. Everything for the Thunder. Riley Murphy at the other guard for the Thunder. Peyton Vandehey. Did I say that right? Vandehey, I guess it is. Another junior, Brett, so two juniors. And a senior, Brock Volkman, also at guard for Seymour. And then Tyler Van de Korpet, 6'5", senior forward. So that's your starting lineup. Dorn, Murphy, Vandehey, Volkman, and Van de Korpet.
Keep it Peyton Vandehey.
Vandehey.
And Brady Darrow for West DePere for name pronunciation.
Brady Darrow. Thank you, BC, as we are just about ready to start tonight's game. Boy, Rosie, they're playing the rockin' music that you like.
By the way, we got Dan Powers here, our talented photojournalist, taking photos of tonight, so you can check those out later tonight on postcrescent.com and greenbaypressgazette.com. And West DePere in the black controlling the tip. We are underway in Seymour. Thunder coming out in that man-to-man, but Ricardo, they like to mix in that 1-3-1 zone.
It'll be interesting to watch right away, Brett, the chess matchup between these two coaches. Murphy, I'm sure, has seen it all as coach of the Thunders. We have a turnover right away.
Yeah, here comes Doran right down the floor. 27 points a game. Doesn't look like he's old enough to be in high school, does he? Boy, has he really lit it up this season and become one of the top areas of the state. Nice putback, Ricardo. That's number 11, Peyton Vandehei.
Yeah, but Dorn right away, Brett, some guys just love to take it to the hoop.
Some guys are scorers.
And can finish, and he is definitely one of those guys that, hey, we see scoring for West Moran.
Moran, yes.
Oh, they called him Moran over the loudspeaker, but okay, I'll go with what you say.
I thought they said Moran.
As we see,
nice.
Big guy
wow,
inside.
Big finish.
Yeah.
Van de Korpet.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
So Dawson Nordgaard picks up the foul. We'll double check. I thought the scores table said Moran.
Okay.
As Van de Korpet for a big guy. Nice stroke. Free throw line. This one as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Oh, nice steal by Van de Korpet. He's going to go coat. No, okay.
Big guy slowed it up a little bit,
he's
Brett.
Let Riley Murphy kind of set it up, and now the Thunder will run that motion. Deep three for Murphy.
Hey!
Ricardo, go get that.
I don't even think I can hit the net.
You know what? In my day, I could touch the rim. I couldn't grab the bottom of the net. Maybe.
Where do they place the trampoline at that point, Brett? Right
Come
under
on,
the basket.
give me a little
before?
credit. Give me a little credit. Nice inbounds bounce pass. Just couldn't get it to fall. And, hey, there's our man, Dan Powers, showing off the good hands.
Johnny on the
there
spot.
He is.
He's in game mode, Brett. He's got the game face.
We're
on.
lucky we got two fantastic photographers at the Post Crescent in Dan Powers and Bill Glasheen.
Early 5-2 lead for Seymour here on your matchup scoreboard. Here in the 16-minute mark in the first half.
Nice double team. But good patience by West DePere. Dawson Nordgaard is going to take it baseline up and off the glass. Looked like his old man there. We'll talk about the Nordgaard name later on in the webcast as well. Just a junior, Dawson Nordgaard.
And his dad, where is he coaching, Brett?
I don't know if he's coaching.
Oh, I thought he was coaching.
He might be in the youth ranks, but dad's certainly a star. About that triple, Ricardo. Brady Darrow. First three-point bucket of the night for either side. And West DePere now up 2. We look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Oh, boy, deep three by Murphy.
Oh, that went in and out, Brett. Nice rebound there for Seymour.
What are they going to call? Offensive foul on Dorn.
Near the 14:45 mark in the first half, 7-5 lead for West DePere here early on. Matchup in the Bay. Basket's no good. Rebound again for Seymour. His second at Vandehei.
Ooh, good basket there by Vandehei.
Vandehei.
Apologize. Our game clock camera situated here. And Dawson Nordgaard, 2 quick fouls. He's going to have to check out of the game. So that's a big loss for Todd DeShane, the first-year coach.
Darrow also checking out for West DePere. 14:26 left here in the first half, all tied up here. As Van de High short on that.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Brock Volkman, Ricardo, to keep that alive and give Seymour another offensive possession. Great backdoor cut, but I think they're going to call goaltending, and are they going to give Volkman the basket then?
Well, yeah, and I think West DePere saying, hey, that was on the way down already. It was already underneath the basket.
You can see Coach Todd DeShane over there trying to plead his case, didn't like it.
So they give that to Volkman?
I believe Volkman's going to get the bucket there. It's a good look at the first-year coach. And here's that zone defense now, Ricardo, that 1-3-1 that Seymour likes to run. And there's a steal off of it. Mason Dorn bringing it up the floor.
Brett, 3 turnovers already for West DePere.
Volkman, that was a good look. Ooh. That was Rafe DeShane, had a good look from the corner, just couldn't get it to fall. Off of that zone defense is Murphy looking for some help, and Seymour's going to reset, run that motion offense, and see if they can get an easy bucket. Up 2. And tough shot by Dorn, gets the friendly roll, and his first points of the night. Again, coming in averaging 27 a game.
Boy, Brett, he is fearless. Went up right against his defender, put that shot up. His maturation and his development has been key, but Brett, I think that's his second foul. Is it not? It is.
It is, wow. So
Dorn a little upset with himself.
And he's going to have to check out of the game. So Nordgaard with 2 for West DePere, and now Dorn with 2 for Seymour. 2 team fouls apiece. And there's a good look at Mason Dorn. You look at last year, Ricardo. Got the Wisconsin basketball yearbook here. Mason Dorn averaged 13 points a game and 3 rebounds. So he's really just every year improved as a scorer and as a player. And I have a feeling he's going to be on your Fab 5 boys basketball team next season.
Just a junior this year. It's always senior laden. So definitely a kid to look at.
Oh, again, another turnover off that zone defense, trying to force it inside. Too many hands for Seymour. Boy, I thought Volkman had a clear shot at a bucket, or at least an attempt. Now Volkman's going to fire. Look at the big fella underneath. Can't get it to fall, but Van de Korpet had a pretty good look.
Oh, that was close to being 3 straight turnovers for West DePere, Brett. I'll tell you what, this 1-3-1.
Tough.
Yeah, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for West DePere.
I hope I'm not misspeaking, and if there are some Seymour fans out there, let me know. I'm at PC Bretzi on Twitter, so tweet me. But I think John Murphy picked up that 1-3-1 in playing Adams Friendship way back when Adams Friendship had a power and they would meet. And I just think I think John kind of picked up the defense from there and just started implementing it into his program. Now it's a staple. And they play it so well. And we talk about it all the time as it looked like that ball is going to stay with West DePere. We've seen good zones, Ricardo. We've seen not so good zones. And the good zones are the ones that are active, moving around, still using those man principles, and that's what Seymour's doing tonight.
Well, you also need the personnel to run a successful 1-3-1. It helps, like those Oshkosh North teams with
Tyrese
Coach
Halliburton.
Shady,
Yeah.
When you have length at the top of the zone, that really can frustrate an offense.
Tyrese, I think, was at the top of that 1-3-1, wasn't he? But then you had Quincy Anderson, you had Goot Dang with those long arms. It was nasty defense. And you're seeing that, again, athletes here at Seymour, and they can run it. But sometimes you see those zones where they're a little lazy. There's another turnover, and here come the Thunder. Oh, nice bounce pass to Volkman. Good finish. That was Rhett Dreesen with the assist.
Brett, 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for West DePere against that 1-3-1. And another tough shot, but he'll be shooting 2. I believe that's Jalen Thomas for West DePere.
So Riley Murphy picks up the foul. That's 14 fouls now. And you're right, junior Jalen Thomas. Hey, got a, I think our friend Jake Karchinski. Jake, I think we can say that you're watching from Iowa land, former West DePere Phantom. So good to hear you, Jake. Hope all is well in Iowa. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And hopefully,
Thomas with both made free throws. Brett, go ahead.
I was going to say, hopefully the weather's better in Iowa than it is here in northeast Wisconsin. We can't get out of these little snow flurries. We're tired of it. Oh, good cut. Oh, nice defense by West DePere. Speaking of defense. Oh, good transition. They'll set it up. Blocked. Dreesen got his hands on the ball on the three-point attempt. Helter-skelter. Volkman from the wing buries it. 7 points for Volkman, Ricardo.
Hey, listen. 4 of the 5 possessions against the 1-3-1 have ended in turnovers for West DePere, Brett. Make that almost a 5th takeaway.
Good atmosphere here. Big crowd in Seymour. That's what you got to love about high school sports, Ricardo. They all come out, right? The communities come out, both sides. I mean, you got student sections that are filling the bleachers. I mean, you look at our left, both visiting and home adult sections are full. On a January Thursday night, this is what it's all about. This is good stuff.
It is the epitome of what? Small town basketball, Brett? What it's all about. 16-9 lead for the Thunder. The 1-3-1 zone really wrecking havoc. And Brett again.
Oh, and then quickly into transition. Look at that. Oh, stuffed. I think that was Marcus Van Vrede with the block for the Phantoms. So we're seeing, hey, good job by West DePere to get down, because I thought that was going to be an easy bucket off of that turnover, but Van Vrede swats it away. Seymour will inbound under its own basket.
Again, Brett, this is all being done with Dorn on the bench.
Ooh, Riley Murphy rims out again. That's 2 looks where he's had. They look like they're going to fall, just can't get it to drop. He's got to get his dad to loosen up those rims here a little bit. 3 ball from the wing, and that doesn't fall. That was Michael Moran. Oh, Volkman, I thought had it. Instead, gives it up. Ooh.
Turnover for the Thunder.
Up and down these two teams go. 16-9, Thunder with the lead as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. That's going to be short. Oh, Johnny on the spot, though, can't get it to fall. A look from the outside and a good look from the inside, just couldn't get it to drop.
Oh, that's a travel. That wasn't called, Brett.
DeShane wants the travel call. Instead, Seymour with the 3 ball. That was Vandehei on the miss. And, boy, quick moving first half. And up and down these two teams are going.
You know, Brett, you were talking about the 1-3-1 and being active.
Oh, there's another turnover.
And it is active for the Thunder as another turnover. I have 9 for West DePere.
Yeah,
Brett.
I know. Again, I wonder how many off of the 1-3-1. I'm actually
6. That's 6 off the 1-3-1.
6 of the 9. So I'm actually a little surprised West DePere doesn't call a timeout, kind of regroup, calm down a little bit, and try to get things settled.
I want to say 6 of 8 possessions against the 1-3-1 for West DePere has resulted in a turnover.
Now Dorn checks back into the game. He's got the basketball for the Thunder with 2 fouls. Doran, a little jumper mid-range. That looked good. Just short, though, from our vantage point, looked good.
Yes, Thunder have had some empty possessions now recently, Brett.
Again, look at the activity in that zone. Oh, good job by, that was number 22, Van Vrede, finding a little bit of a seam, a soft spot in the zone, and he picks up the foul.
8:38 left here in the first half. 16-9 lead for Seymour. We've been kind of stuck on this score, though, for a while.
Daniel Inman picks up the foul for Seymour, and that's going to put Van Vrede at the line shooting a pair. So maybe a chance here, Ricardo, to change the scoreboard. We do, as Van Vrede good on his first. .8:38 to play. Again, our game clock a little off on the scoreboard. We'll get that fixed here maybe at halftime. I don't know if we're on the floor, and there's a lot of folks milling about, running around, some kids, so they might be shaking the floor a little bit. We apologize for that, as Van Vrede's good on both. West DePere 4-4 from the stripe. Again, thanks to everybody watching live tonight on postcrescent.com and greenbaypressgazette.com. How about Vandehei, Ricardo, with a little turnaround jumper in the paint? He's got 6.
Yeah, beautiful. Able to elevate Brett out of the way of those defenders' hands. Come down with that jumper. 18-11 lead for Seymour.
Good length by Vandehei, 6'4". And
Look at that, quick hands again.
Almost another turnover off.
Well, I really like
zone.
this Volkman kid, Brett. Very active guy, very smooth on transition and on the offensive end. Does a lot of the little things that maybe don't show up in the box score.
Yeah, actually, Volkman now going to take a seat on the bench, so catch a breather, a little swig of water. You know he'll be back into the game here pretty soon. Van Vrede from the corner, nothing but net.
Well, that's the way you do beat any zone, Brett. Hot outside shooting. Dorn. Not able to finish, but look at him right there.
Oh, Dorn, and gets it to fall. Boy, Dorn, he is active, isn't he?
He is.
Actually, give credit to Vandehei as well, keeping that possession alive. And first time out of the game, that's going to be a 30-second timeout for West DePere.
42 left here.
4 points. Mentality, doesn't he? He seen that shot a lot.
Now he's 6. Almost another turnover for West DePere.
Van Vrede again, he's feeling it. Ooh, that looked pretty good. And here goes Dorn quickly out to Murphy. Murphy, he's got a scorer's mentality too off the glass. I liked the look, just couldn't get it to fall. And the Thunder, or I should say the Phantoms, quickly down. Wow. That might have been Vandehei again protecting the rim.
Look at
Dorn, left hand. And here come the Phantoms the other way.
Brett, this is high pace.
Oh, Van Vrede. He's going to go back to the line. How about Marcus Van Vrede, the senior,
Brett,
taking charge for West DePere?
Were you able to keep up with that?
No.
That's some fast-paced basketball.
And
7:04 left in the first half.
I'm sorry, Ricardo. Van de Corpet now has 2 fouls for Seymour. Hey, folks, by the way, just to let you all know that we are working on a wireless signal, so there might be some buffering issues every now and then, so we apologize for that. But the connection here, for the most part, seems to be pretty strong as Van Vrede good again from the line. He's got 6. We're not wired in tonight.
Well, Brett, that leads down to 4 points now for West DePere. Seymour, at one point, led 20 to 11.
Watch out.
And
Rosie,
that is a turnover.
Rosie, you keep an eye out now. We got expensive equipment here. We got to show our hands here.
Rosie's got to show you the quick hands.
Rosie, at that point, you abort the camera and you save our equipment. I don't care what kind of a shot you get. You see those guys like on the NFL games or college, they're holding on to the camera for to the very end. That's not what we're going to do here as Van Vrede spots up. Wow. How about Van Vrede? He's got 10. 10 of the Phantoms, 19 points.
That big lead down to 1 now for Seymour. Thunder need to be a little more efficient on offense, but I think they're missing a couple of easy baskets around the paint. Got to get those to fall.
Well, again, you see West DePere being very active defensively as well, making it difficult, and a turnover off of the defense. Up and good.
Wow, first lead.
Lucas Ricker.
First lead for West DePere all game.
Credit the Phantoms now for fighting back, because it seemed like I felt earlier in this half, Ricardo, that Seymour was starting to take control. How about that for an answer? That's Trayton Cornell.
Another turnover. 10th one for West DePere, Brett.
Yeah, he's going to stop and pop that. You knew that. He was kind of sizing that up, about a 14-footer, and a 5-point run quickly for the Thunder. Mason Dorn now with 6. 3 ball from the corner, no good. That was Braden Skenador missing. But we need halftime again. Well, he's got a nice little pull-up jumper. Kind of clapped his hands in disgust.
Yeah, we're nearing the 5-minute mark here in the first half. 25-21 lead.
Ooh, I thought Van Vrede. I'm surprised he passed that shot up.
11 turnovers now for West DePere. And that might be a little frustration, Brett, for West DePere's Van Vrede. .456 left here in the first half. 25-21 lead for the Thunder. Brett, again, 11-5 turnover difference from Seymour here to Seymour.
See that every game. Turnovers are critical, and you get the feeling, Ricardo, like last week when we streamed the Nina Kimberly game, that came down to a last possession. Could very well be the case tonight. These are two very talented squads. Coaches poll, they're ranked in the top 10 as Dorn is fouled on the floor.
Fourth team foul for West DePere. Dorn to inbound. Volkman. A lot of movement underneath by Seymour, trying to free some of these athletes up as Dorn. Cornell had a big 3 not too long ago. Vanda High.
Ooh, nice little leaner left hand. Kind of an up and under
Yeah.
move, just couldn't get to the fall. That was Peyton Vanda High. And there's Nordgaard. He's back in the game, and quickly with a bucket. He's got 4.
Four minutes left here in the first half.
Look at Dorn quickly down, throws one up, just can't get it to fall. Boy, West DePere, Ricardo, they like to run. Look at Van Vrede, fouled, and he's going to go back to the line.
Vanda High wasn't happy with himself, Brett, on that foul. 6'4" junior Vanda High. But Van Vrede, the senior, can tie this game up with a couple of made free throws. 3:52 left here in the first half.
Yeah, Van Vrede has 10. He's 4-4 from the line. He's got a couple triples, and he's been very active. And if you're Don Murphy, something that you'll talk about at halftime, I'm sure, we got to get back out on transition defense. We can't get them on the run, on those runouts off of turnovers or missed shots. 17 fouls, something to keep in mind as well. Now Seymour, so free throws the rest of the way. 2-shot foul here, so Van Vrede misses both.
Look at that, though, able to get that rebound.
Boy, very active on both sides, and that's what you want to see out of your senior leaders. Van Vrede again from the corner. Ooh, I thought that was ready to splash the net. And West DePere controls it. Tried to get it into Nordgaard, but it was pretty good defense. Murphy there knocking it out. I think Van Vrede was trying to hit Nordgaard on the block. Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
Definitely hold on. on Volkman.
Had his arms wrapped around his waist.
It was like a couple of defenders trying to guard Zadarius Smith, Brett, there. Not letting them get through.
Jalen Thomas called for that hold. So 5 team fouls for West DePere. 3:16 to go, 2-point games. We look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Riley Murphy coming off that inbounds, and he's got the basketball driving baseline. Stops and pops. Boy, West DePere almost knocked that one in. How about big number 23 for the Phantoms? Rafe Deshane, the coach. And that's Lucas Ricker on the other end.
Yeah, Brett Deshane has 5 rebounds, doing a real good job around the glass.
Yeah, he fills his role, doesn't he? Just big, strong kid underneath.
Well, West DePere's really playing much better on defense, Brett. Really making Seymour work for these shots.
Volkman. Oh, good box out by Dawson Nordgaard. There was no way you're going to get around him. Nordgaard, I believe, listed at 6'7". And
he definitely looks like it, Brett. He has long length.
Well, yeah. I mean, Dawson Nordgaard, the son of former UW Green Bay standout Jeff Nordgaard. He's here in the stands. I saw him walk in. Only Jeff Nordgaard and Tony Bennett, the only Green Bay Phoenix men's basketball players with their numbers retired.
Wow.
Green Bay's retired Nordgaard's number 33 on December 1st, 2018. Nordgaard still 4th all-time in career scoring at GB, 1,911 points.
Now, Bennett, he coaches, right?
Tony, you might have heard of him. Kind of a little bit of a struggle this year. Good thing they won the national championship last year, but they lost a lot of talent from that squad. Nordgaard, the Midwestern Collegiate Conference Player of the Year. And how about that shot? Is that Ricker?
It is.
He's got 7. But Nordgaard won that Player of the Year honors 95-96 season. He guided the Phoenix to 3 NCAA tournament bids in each of his final 3 seasons. Of course, he was part of that memorable 94 squad, remember, that beat Cal.
Jason Kidd.
And Lamont Murray in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Good Vanderhyde. Going to go to the line, Brett, but he's working really hard down there. He also has 5 rebounds. Go ahead, Brett.
Big boy basketball, isn't it? There's some physical play going on underneath. And now Nordgaard picks up his 3rd. So something to keep in mind for the Phantoms, as Nordgaard's going to have to take a seat on the bench.
28-25 lead for West DePere. 1:33 left here on the first half of your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
Speaking of Nordgaard, to finish that thought on Jeff Nordgaard, also a second-round draft pick of the Milwaukee Bucks in 1996. Riley Murphy, deep 3. He gets one to splash. His first bucket. He's not afraid to let it fly. And look at this. We're all tied up at 28 apiece. And we are not tied up anymore because Moran hits one on that side. Bucks are in Paris right now.
That they are.
Whoa.
Dorn,
jeez. Man, what a game.
Brett, this is very high-level Division II
It
ball
is, isn't
right
it?
now, yeah.
These are 2 fantastic teams. They're going to be really tough outs come tournament time. Dorn has 9 points.
Again, yeah, I feel really good about the D2 area here, especially when you had Hortonville in there and then the sleeper with Kaukauna.
Yep.
But, Brett, we haven't even talked about some of these other teams that might figure in there as well. I have to check. Eschwabanon's D2, right? So we don't know how those teams are.
Well, the Jaguars are, I think, undefeated and atop the FRCC this year. They had a big win over DePere the other night.
Exactly. So D2, very solid field.
Yeah, you got to think one of those teams is going to make it down to the the Kohl Center. Girls basketball is at the Resch. 30 seconds to go, and easier said than done to try to hold for a final shot against the Seymour zone defense. Boy, Van Breedy fighting. And almost a turnover. Wow. That's going to be offensive.
Charge. Wow.
That's going to be on Darrow.
How'd you like the kid, though, huh, Cornell? Taking one, Brett, for the team in that aspect. He's pumped up.
That's tough. I mean, you're trying to set up for a shot, but that zone, that 1-3-1 is not going to allow it. You know, you can't spread it out. They're going to come and trap you, and it's just tough to move the basketball. So 10 seconds, Seymour with the ball. Mason Dorn now going to control what's going to happen here at the end. He's going to stop and pop short, and that's a wise move by Van Vliet. He just let it go out of bounds with 1.4 seconds to play.
Yeah, they got a
half.
shot here, Brett. If they can get it past midcourt to get, I think, a pretty good shot up, depending on where the Thunder to position the defense.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not guarding the basketball and making them work a little bit, but we'll see. Darrell's going to fire it up, and
Well, I mean, it had the right trajectory, I think, Brett. But that's how this half will end, 31-31, West DePere and Seymour.
Yeah, it's halftime here, as you said, Ricardo, and that's what our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard shows, a tie game between two top teams in the Bay and two of the top teams in Division II. Thanks again to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their craftsmen manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Stop in today for their mega mattress clearance sale. Also, Verlo Mattress Factory offers free delivery and setup with set purchases, and they can make custom mattresses to fit boats, RVs, semi-trucks, antique beds, and more. Plus, air beds are on sale up to $400 off.
Just updating my Twitter, Brett. You can follow Brett at PC Brettsy, me at PC Ricardo, and don't forget about Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Tweet us. Tweet us where you're watching the big game tonight. Actually, we got a tweet from our friend Jake Karczynski, checking things out, checking his Phantoms out. Anybody else at school watching the game, any alums, give us a shout out on Twitter at PC Brettsy, at PC Ricardo. We always appreciate a follow. You had Jake Karczynski on the round table, didn't you, last year?
I think we did, yes. Yeah. I believe so. Great football season for them. And, Brett, how about the big news with Coach Batten, yes,
DePere, yeah,
stepping down from West DePere. Hey, Karczynski, if you want to send us a thought on that, go ahead, my friend. We'll read it out loud because that's a big loss for West DePere, I think. Now, I know, obviously,
wow.
Well, how about Hortonville?
Hortonville, well,
getting into another section.
Might end up playing their rival, New Lund. I know they just beat.
Oh, you know who they might play is Lacrosse. Will they play Lacrosse, Logan?
Or Central, you mean?
Or Lacrosse Central.
Is on Alaska over on that side, too?
I think so.
Almost assure you that we're going to be probably streaming some Division II boys basketball come tournament time.
I'll be probably missing some of those sectional finals, Brett, as I'll be wrestling, boy.
Yep, me and Rosie will be going solo probably, unless we can twist the arm of a coach maybe to help us out. We'll see.
Yeah.
Cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know about you, Ricardo, but I like to go one day at a time.
Like the show.
I like to go one day at a time.
Well, Brett, let's talk about some of our weekly offerings that we do. If you don't mind, I can start with the prep stuff. With Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, we have our Varsity Roundtable show. Today had a lot of great guests. I should say Ella Denny, Bridget Froelke of Right. They were on the big show and doing a great job, Brett. Leah Lemke, remember her? She was doing our mobile cam. And Coach Froelke had all the girls there. So we had a lot of interesting stories going around, Brett. That was one of the more entertaining Varsity Roundtables that we've had.
Show.
This next week, I'd like to have the Freedom girls basketball team on because both them and Wrightstown are having a big stretch. So can't wait to see that.
And yeah, you got Freedom ranked second in the girls' side in Division III, and Wrightstown ranked fifth. But that leads, and that segues into our next Varsity Game of the Week live stream will be that game, Freedom against Wrightstown at Wrightstown High School next Thursday night. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as well, but we're really looking forward to that matchup and getting back to the girls' side.
Then earlier today, every Thursday morning, we do the R&B show
Yeah.
podcast. We uploaded
Every now
that.
and then we do that.
We try to do it as much as we can, and we talked about this game. We previewed the game a little bit. Also talked about a couple of other top teams as I'm watching the youth basketball players kind of run out in the court here, Brett.
Yeah, you know what? In about 10 years, we're going to be streaming these guys.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be sitting here,
guys.
crabby old guys.
Yeah.
And these guys will be the high school stars.
Yeah, exactly. Fun stuff to have these kids highlighted, but yeah, Varsity, or I should say the R&B Show podcast. Please check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Only podcast dedicated to mostly high school sports. We do talk about professional sports like the Packers season when it comes up. But the only podcast, Brett, I know that's dedicated to high school sports. That's why we got to keep on doing it.
Well, you say we're getting good numbers. I have yet to see those numbers.
I'll show you them tonight.
Good.
Actually, we went over, I think, 140 in one of our more recent podcasts. That doesn't count the ones that we have on our other, I guess, what do you call it, distributor, I guess,
Platforms.
on SoundScan or SoundCloud or whatever. But, yeah, so check that out, please. Again, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, the R&B Show podcast. Brett, we have one more show of the Packer show. What's that all about?
Clubhouse Live, Monday night. Now, we just wrapped up our season with Packers running back Aaron Jones. He was our co-host this season and had to say goodbye after that tough loss in the NFC Championship game. But, yeah, we're about ready to wrap up our 11th season overall on Monday night at the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Red Lion Hotel, Paper Valley, downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. That's Mondays at 6:30 during the Packers season. Admission is free. First come, first seated. And this Monday, though, again, Aaron Jones will not be there. He's already, I think, in El Paso, probably enjoying the sun and the warmth.
Well, I know where he wasn't the other day.
Easy.
Oh, okay.
But this Monday is our extravaganza edition. It's our tradition. It's our season ender. It's our way to thank the fans that support the show both in-house and online. And we're going to away a ton of great prizes. We've got signed helmets from this season's guests. That's the big prizes, the main prizes. We also have an overnight stay at the Paper Valley Hotel, the Lombardi's gift certificate, some more items from the Paper Valley Hotel. We've got some Packers T-shirts and sweatshirts and autographed photos and just a whole bunch of stuff. I think it started because I was trying to clean up. I had too much stuff, and it's just built into this extravaganza edition. So we're going to wrap up season number 11 already. This will be show number 262. And then we'll kick it all off again in August, and who knows who will be our co-host this year. But give us a follow or give us a like, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. And you can watch the show live online Monday night, maybe enter for a chance to win some of those prizes, or better yet, show up in person. But we've had a lot of good. We've had all the big Packers have pretty much been on. We've had Aaron Rodgers on a couple times over the years, and hard to believe, but season 12 will kick off in August, and who knows? Maybe Aaron Jones will decide to rejoin the show again. He mentioned that he was thinking about it. Wow. Aaron Jones was saying, yeah, this kid's like, nah, I don't think so. That would be me. I'm like, nope. I'm not going to do any kind of tricks. But looking forward to saying thank you to the fans. And now you just released the Fab Five boys and girls. Did you talk about that earlier in the webcast? Or?
No, well, not today, though. Not on this, actually. Yeah, and Rosie, thank you again for doing a great job. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. The Post Crescent area, Green Bay Press Gazette area, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh, all along the valley, Brett. The Fab Five boys and girls basketball team, just in time for the big conference push, Brett.
Yes.
To showcase some of our top athletes from the area. Now, Brett, no one from these two teams, Jake Buchanan. I know we had the
Max Klesmet,
Logan. The kid from Bayport, why is his name eluding me?
Geisler,
yes, Logan Geisler. And Carter Thomas, Oshkosh West, were the five seniors on that team. Did a great job. Came in, had a lot of fun. And then Taylor in the girls' side, Taylor Lauterbach, Jayden Simmons, Kendall Renard.
Emma Nagel,
unfortunately lost for the season.
Yeah, but Bayport girls haven't missed a beat.
No, they haven't.
Still undefeated.
In fact, I might be asking them, Brett, to come on the show.
Yeah.
And then to round off that Fab Five girls is Macy McGlone, the UWM recruit from Hortonville.
We're looking at your G10 prep rankings on the girls' side. You have Bayport number 1 on the girls, Kimberly number 1 on the boys for large divisions. Boys basketball small, Wrightstown number 1, and Freedom for girls basketball small number 1. So check those out as well on all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. But, yeah, Vapewell, you know, another team, either of these two teams would be good candidates to be on the round table as well.
Oh, yes,
at
absolutely.
some point, I guess, depending on what happens in this game. Kind of a delayed halftime here tonight.
Hey, I'm okay with this. You know why, Brett? Because they honor and they showcase some of these young guys.
Yeah, look at the health of this program, right?
It
And the
is.
youth levels, a lot of kids interested, and why not? We'll talk about, hopefully I can get to it in the second half, all the great success John Murphy has had here at Seymour High School. There he is walking back onto the floor right now. Been here, I think this is his 33rd season.
Great guy. I've actually been to his house.
Yeah, you did that story on Sandy Cohen.
Yeah, so way back when, and couldn't be more affable. Very, very great guy, you know, great coach.
I did a story years ago on the program.
Yes, I remember this
and
story.
he was very, very accommodating. I came here, we talked on the phone at length, and just how everybody, it doesn't matter what levels, they're doing what he wants at the high school level. So by the time these kids are in high school, this is second nature, running what he wants. And sometimes you don't see that all the time.
And what I'm glad was with your story, Brett, that your story hopefully came through and not some sort of oddly edited version.
Yeah.
I remember the story.
Oh, good
you
memories.
were telling me.
Good memories. But, yeah, that was interesting, but that's a different story for a different time. But it was fun just to – because you hear stories about at other programs where you got youth coaches like, no, I'm going to run my own stuff. You know, I don't agree with what's going on at the high school level. I'm going to run my own stuff. That's not how you build programs. You run what the high school coach is running, whether you like it or not, or agree with it or not.
Brett, if I may interject something else, another Seymour connection here is because, and I haven't gotten a hold of him yet, is Phil Rombach.
Oh, yeah.
The former standout basketball player for Seymour. He is now quickly becoming a rising star in the acting field. He is going to have a starring role in a Netflix series coming out very soon. I will have a story on that. I've contacted him. I'll have to hopefully be able to sit down and talk to him, not in person, on the phone, because he's out in California.
Was it Rombach or Callahan?
Well, it's Callahan Skogman, yes. Phil Rombach was his
a
teammate.
Right.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Brett, for that correction. Callahan Skogman. If you haven't followed him, please do so on Instagram. He is having quite the nice young career for an actor. Brett, I think he played at lacrosse, I want to say, for his collegiate years, but now a rising, aspiring actor in Hollywood.
Hey, let's run down the first half scoring on that thought, Ricardo. Let's start with Seymour. Dorn with 9, Murphy with 3, Cornell with 3, Vandehei with 6, Volkman with 7, Vanda Corpet with 3. For the Phantoms, Ricker with 7, Moran with 5, Darrow with 3, Van Vrede with 10, Nordgaard with 4, and Thomas with 2. Second half about to get started. West DePere is going to inbound the basketball, and we are underway.
Vandehei with the rebound. As the Thunder score tied 31-31.
Look at Dorn. Ooh, couldn't get the fall.
He is just missing some of these shots, Brett.
Oh, a tough turnaround, and that one falls. That high. Van Vrede fighting for his own miss. There's a scrum. Vanda Corpet on this. Look at Van Vrede and Vanda Corpet going at it. Boy, that's I'd like to get in the middle of that pile. This is going to get beat up.
This is good. This is, Brett, this is high-level basketball here in D2. I'm telling you right now.
I love the physical play, too.
If you're watching this game, these two teams are state-worthy. You're watching some of the very best in Division II.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I like the fact that there's no fear on either side, Ricardo. They're both going at it hard and playing a physical brand of basketball, and it's fun to watch.
And you can tell these are rivals, Brett. They know each other. They're physical with each other. You're not pulling any rabbits out of the hat with these two teams, Brett.
Well, again, this is a big game for both sides. Seymour, the chance to take a 2-game lead, at least in the loss column in the Bay Conference race. Seymour undefeated at 6-0. West DePere at 5-1 in league play.
Dorn. He'll pop one up and in.
Wow. It's amazing,
Running
Ricardo,
one-hander.
how he creates his shots and gets open. Ooh, good pass inside. Nordgaard with the finish. Nice entry pass and good hands on the catch by Dawson Nordgaard.
15:49 and counting here in the second half. Your Verlo Matches scoreboard has the Thunder up by 2 over the Phantoms.
Murphy, boy,
My goodness.
deep three. Nice rebound by Vandehei. Up, and he's fouled.
Brett, 3 rebounds already in the second half for Vandehei.
Deshane's going to pick up the foul. And Vandehei, 6 first half. Actually, he's got 8 points now and looking to add to that total.
8 rebounds for Vandehei already, Brett.
Peyton Vandehei, 6'4" junior. You look at what John Murphy is coming back. He's got some guys coming back, doesn't he? Vandehei, one of them. Of course,
Dorn,
another junior.
I mean, some of these guys are pretty good seniors, though, Brett.
Yeah,
Bookman,
Van de Korpet.
obviously Murphy, Van de Korpet, right. But he has some points coming back after this season. But I think they have a great shot this year, Brett, to do some things.
Seymour burns a timeout, so Coach Murphy not liking something he sees. And as I said, John Murphy, 33rd year here, Ricardo. He won his 600th career game earlier this season when the Thunder topped Medford 72-63 on December 27th. That was part of the Sunday shootout over. Coach now with 600 or more career victories in state high school history. How about that?
33 years, he looks great.
He looks young.
I'll tell you this much.
He was young when he got this
If
job.
he wants to catch Coach Pettigrew, he's got a long for another 20, 25 years.
Pettigrew's saying, I'm going to stay till 1,000.
I'm just going to say, Pettigrew's still coaching.
Yeah, based on what's listed in the Wisconsin basketball yearbook now, I'm doing the math. Tonight's contest, 604 wins, 191 losses. That's a 760 winning percentage. Member of the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame and has led the Thunder to 12 state tournament appearances and 3 Division II titles, 1997, 01, and 06. Of course, that stretch included 8 straight tourney appearances from 01 to 07. That was amazing. And 7 straight title game appearances. Seymour's last trip came in 2011. A little history on John Murphy.
I want to say we were talking about Callahan Skogman and his acting career. Brett, I believe he and Rombach were part of that 2011 team.
I just remember that stretch, and as mentioned, was it 8 straight tournament appearances, I said? It was like the Seymour sectional always, they just, at the Brown County Arena way back when.
Oh, those are good memories, Brett.
They so many times would win that sectional and get to Madison. It was an incredible run of success. Not unlike Nina under Ron Einerson from the late 60s into the 1970s.
Oh, that's a travel. That wasn't called, Brett, right in front of us.
Well, good triple team on Van Vrede. Fights through it off the glass, but he's fouled. Van Vrede, strong kid. So Van de Korpet now picks up his 3rd foul. That's the first team foul of this half. And Van Vrede is 4 of 6 so far from the line.
I wonder how many of these kids played football for West DePere, Brett. Phantoms had a great season because I see Kerry Kadonko, the Badger recruit, I want to say, here in the front row of the student section.
I know he used to play basketball. I suppose because he's going to Wisconsin, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I suppose maybe not taking any chances and some weird twist of the knee or something. But he could be used out here on the floor. Very talented offensive lineman as Van Vrede short now in the second. I was going to say now Van Vrede hit his first 4, now missed his next 4, but he's getting to the line, and you like to see that out of a kid, getting those free opportunities to score points. Oh, jeez. He just lets it fly. Mason Dorn, no good. Nice rebound by Nordgaard, and the Phantoms now coming the other way. Both teams do a good job offensively. There's nothing stagnant. Good spacing, good movement. And there, look at that, nice take. Just couldn't get it to go, but recognizing the seam, that was Alex Schneider, just couldn't get that left hand to fall.
Nice defense by West DePere.
This would be a jump ball coming. Look at who's in the scrum again, fighting for the ball. Number 22, Marcus Van Vrede. Also, number 11, Brady Darrow. Oh, they got the timeout?
Oh, they did. That's what the official is saying. 32nd one, Brett.
So West DePere gets possession of the basketball in a close game.
Yeah, and turnover for Seymour.
That gives us a chance to highlight now the first-year head coach for West DePere, Todd Deshane. He's a social studies teacher at West DePere, and the Phantoms are his first head coaching job since he left O'Connell Falls back in 06 after a 3-season stint with the Panthers. He also coached at Marion for 1 season. He replaces Andy Werner, who stepped down this past June after a very successful 10th-season run with the Phantoms that included state tournament appearances in 2014 and 15. I mentioned the junior guard, Rafe Deshane, the oldest of Coach Deshane's 5 boys.
Wow.
So we're going to see a run of Deshane basketball players here in the upcoming season. So experienced coach for West DePere. Just had to look into their own school to find a guy with head coaching experience to replace Andy Werner. What a job Werner did guiding the Phantoms. Oh, coming off the screen, wide open. Just couldn't get the fall, but great look by Lucas Ricker.
Back-to-back rebounds from Dorn as the Thunder trying to build on that lead.
Dorn, Nordgaard? Nope, that was just a high pass.
Yeah. No, it was tipped, Brett.
Okay.
He did get a paw on it.
Nordgaard with the block. They're swatting it away as Murphy has it in the corner, working off that screen. A little give and go, pick and roll type stuff.
Again, Van Vrede with the rejection, Brett, of Vandehei. Boy, he's active.
Again, thanks to everybody watching live tonight online, postcrescent.com, greenbaypressgazette.com, our both Facebook pages and our YouTube channel. Appreciate you checking us out on our Varsity Game of the Week Prep Basketball live stream. Vandehei tough off the glass, no good. And Deshane with the rebound. Ooh, offensive.
Yes.
Wow. I'm going to say maybe he lowered his shoulder. Lucas Ricker is going to pick up the foul as I think it was Murphy falling backwards.
Yeah, but Murphy, I think Murphy just did a great. he did a great sell job, and boy, that Brett, that's just something that coach's kid. You know how to work it.
You know he's lived in this gym over the years, but they might have thought Ricker maybe lowered the shoulder a little bit. Oh, nice. Oh, just couldn't get the fall. Vandehei had it.
And there's a timeout by Seymour to save that turnover, Brett. Boy, well, how do you miss that? Again, it seems to me that Seymour's missed a lot of those kind of in the paint bunnies.
Yeah. All right, 3 timeouts now remaining. This is a 30-second timeout for the Thunder and 3 fulls remaining for West DePere. Looking at the foul situation, 2 for West DePere. Just the 1 for Seymour. Thunder lead 36-33, 12:44 to play in this second half as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Hey, check this out. I was looking at the WisSports.net stats. Seymour's top 4 scorers all shooting 51% or better. How about that? Mason Dorn at 52%. Riley Murphy at 51%, Peyton Vandehei at 53%, and Brock Volkman at 57%. That's
pretty high shooting for a guard.
That's good shooting. Now I think those percentages are down a little bit tonight, but you got 2 very strong defensive efforts. But guys that can stroke it. The stats were a little incomplete on the West DePere side, according to WisSports.net, so not able to get the player stats. And speaking of, Volkman gets it to bounce. Brock Volkman, the senior.
Brett, that thing went up almost to the top of the board and came right down into the net.
Hey, if you're a shooter, you love those soft rims.
No good on that. Out on Seymour.
Jalen Thomas trying to get a shot off.
Out on West DePere, I should say.
Yeah, West DePere folks here don't like that call, the student section. Six-point lead for the Thunder. What was Seymour's largest lead of the game? Do you remember?
I'll have to check it out here. I have it on the first half.
Wow, great turnaround, Ricardo, off the glass, using the backboard.
That was it. It was an 8-point lead, Brett, and now it's an 8-point lead again for the Thunder.
13 points for Mason Dorn.
I'll check that out again, though.
Volkman picks up his first, and that's going to put Lucas Ricker at the line for the first time tonight. So
Brett,
8-point lead. Go ahead, Ricardo.
I stand corrected. 7-point lead.
Okay.
So that was the largest lead.
Back down to 7 now after Ricker's first free throw attempt. Ricker with 8 points for the Thunder. And good on both. Well, let's see if West DePere can do in the second half like they did in the first and chip away at that deficit. In fact, I know West DePere had a lead in that first half. I'm not sure what the officials are talking about here. You can see Coach Todd DeShane asking his guys what's going on. Some good eats here in Seymour. And good job breaking that press. Look at that. Very easily done. The Thunder. Never